Alrighty. Happy Friday, everyone. We're gonna continue on with our... Good lord, that is loud. We're gonna continue on with our Condemned playthrough. Here we go. Oh, jeez. I've got the headphones on for the game already, and it's just very loud and kind of extreme and kind of in your face. Because not using my regular headset, because we're on Xbox for this. Continuing over on my Xbox playthrough, because hooray for backwards compatibility. It was much easier to boot it up there versus doing it on PC. God, I dread the idea of having to record this one day for a YouTube episode. But anyhow, all right, let's get in there. Hope everyone's having a good Friday, wherever you are. I be chilling today. Well, and actually, I'm not really. I was hoping to be chilling, and then that didn't really work out. Where am I? I was looking for a very particular thing, and now I can't find it. Oh well. There we go. Just making sure everything's all set up over here. Alright, so we actually got about halfway through this when I started playing it previously, which was pretty good. So let's continue on. Yep, double check all the stream goblins are working as intended.
Sorry. So, the fingerprint in the metro station and the boot print are not the matchmakers, but this other guy. So, is he the torturer?
Alright, so yeah, like, we now think it's like a serial killer who is murdering serial killers.
This guy goes around and kills the killers in the same way that they're killing the innocent. He's like an Uber killer, a serial killer X, a perp not on your original case list.
So, this serial killer X kills serial killers. He takes them down using their own methods. If the torturer is still at large, what's his MO?
So yeah, no clue what this means in the grand scheme of things, but it sounds like...
Abduct people, torture them for fun, then let them loose and hunt them down. His goal is to drive them to suicide.
I forgot how much Monolith really loved doing this, like, hyper-exposed camera at this. You know, they do it here, they did it in Fear as well.
So the new killer doesn't kill him?
Life of an agent.
Yeah, well, I'm no longer an agent, apparently.
Oh yeah, and he's on the run still, because he's been accused of Moida. Moida.
But we can find out some public information. And I have something else you need to see.
Okay. Well, it's too dangerous for me to come to the Bureau. Can you meet me at the city library?
You know there's been a fire there. The whole thing's shut down for repairs.
Exactly. There's damage, but there's got to be a terminal or two still working. And no one will know. Can you meet me there in 15 minutes?
Oh, look at that texture quality on his jacket. It's like, oof. Alright, so... I'm now trying to remember how to play this game, because it's only been a week or so, but... Oh, grab the locker door, because someone's here. Well, what? Oh right, grab the locker door on the floor. Rebar, concrete, slab. I'm pretty sure there's a guy right there. I'm stuck on something. Boxes! Right. I was going to say, I'm trying to remember now what my buttons are. What are my buttons? Control, options, taser, sprint, block, fire, tools, ammo check, flashlight, activate. Alright. Yep, kick. Alright. That's how I turn the flashlight off. I got an achievement because I found a television. Is there a better weapon than just lock our doors? Oh, I could probably pull this off. There we go. Great. Oh jeez, he's got a shotgun. And then 3 rounds. Hey, you got your new TV, do you, Jack?
We're getting reports of violent outbreaks.
I'm imagining this Xbox 360 game is going to be amazing. High fidelity content for you to watch on your big new TV. If it still looks like garbage, on that TV, then maybe, or is it the opposite? If it looks too good, then maybe you're like, right, hang on, something's not right with the TV. Oh, police. Nope. He's not very good at running. I forgot about this. Yeah. Like he runs. Like he's asthmatic. Uh-oh. Oh, what the heck? I just get instantly destroyed there. That was unexpected. Oh, the cops got overwhelmed. Okay. I was like, what happened to the cop? Right, up he comes. Saved myself a couple of rounds. Come on. Get my health. And switch to the actual shotgun.
This is the Metro Police. Disperse immediately. Patrol cars are en route and will use force.
Here he comes. Give me his weapon. Oh. Oof. Right, where am I supposed to go here? Oh, no. Jeez. Alright, little extreme, but... Where? Exit through a gate before a cop puts a bullet in your head. Alright, okay. Jeez. So I was like waiting for a gate to open, and then no gate opened, and then it's just like, nope. Oh, that's bad. Right, did he... He was carrying a pistol. Oh, there it is. Bites. Goddamn bites. It's like, how do I get all the weapons where I want them to be? Right, so hang on, there's 3 rounds in that. What's in that? Nothing. Alright, okay, well this was a glorious waste of my time. Fine. Jeez.
This is the Metro Police. Disperse immediately.
Come on.
Are en route and will use force.
Where'd the rebar go? Oh, there we go. There's the guy. Excuse me. Coming through. Ah, get away. Let me go. Find refuge by jumping into a dumpster. Oh, jeez, come on. Uh-oh. This is nasty, this bit. Alright, there we go. At least we got to this point. Whereas before, I had no health by the time I got to the dumpster, so... Small miracles. Alright. Oh. Where's... Did he just come out of a vent? Alright, there we go. Made it. Oof.
Shit, what the hell was that?
Thomas, I'm at the library. Where are you?
Not fucking now.
Rosa, be quiet.
Hey, dude, look at the door right there that's ajar. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm no detective, but yeah.
Hey, Smithy. Johnson, wait up.
Wait up. Gonna get some more
Rosa,
donuts.
he's still there.
Very few people can tell me to shut up and get away with it.
I think she's in on this. I think she's part of the conspiracy. That's why she's helping me.
Feeling I'm not alone here.
There we go. God, that was a very short chapter. But hey, we got to where we needed to be. That was the important part. You know, in hindsight, why did we let her go here by herself? Seems very unprofessional of us. Jack, is your brand new TV like mounted on the wall, or have you just got it like propped up in front of the other TV until you take it down? Okay, we really need crowbars around here. Goddamn birds. Oh, I was hoping I could, like, use the printer as a weapon. Be like, here! Ugh! Alas, no. East Wing, the AV collection and map room. Government publications and a microfiche administration. Ooh! Ah, okay, nice one. Nice one. I did wonder how much difficulty you would have getting that old one off. You know what our old man was like, everything's like within an inch of its life, you know what I mean? Hello, Arthas. You've joined us just as we entered whichever level this is. I forget. I think we're on chapter 6 or something. I could turn the light off now. Nope, never mind. Rats. Alright, no idea what that means or what's going on or why. Health, good to know. I think we'll have to come back up the elevator anyway. Crowbars, everything needs a fucking crowbar. This is going to be one of those levels. Listening out for other footsteps. It's like, other footsteps, I'm hearing just my own.
Thomas, over here.
Oh, there she is.
This might not have been a good idea.
You think?
Squatters and addicts have moved in, and they don't like company. Come this way.
Who'd have
I have
thunk it?
something to show you.
I used my security clearance to do a little checking up on you. I found this folder in your supplemental personnel file.
Okay.
During your last physical, they found several abnormalities. For starters, your bone and muscle densities are off the charts. You have
You
a
what?
reputation for being tough, but who knew?
Is this like an Unbreakable thing where it's like I'm secretly Bruce Willis the whole time?
What that means, I have no idea. And lastly, there's a chest x-ray that's been redacted.
Redacted?
Yeah, right where your esophagus and larynx are. Someone's blacked out the x-ray and
What?
added the notation, see subject PR56.
That's concerning.
PR56 is a special addendum to a personnel record, and yours is classified black. That's pretty top-level security, way beyond either you or me. Our government is awfully interested in you.
I didn't know.
I'm interested in my own x-ray.
You. Maybe I shouldn't have told you, but there it is. Oh, and I also left something there on the counter for you. Popular modification to the standard taser.
Alrighty. Have I played Dispatch? No, I haven't played Dispatch yet. I've been keeping an eye on it. It looks really good. And particularly as a, you know, superhero fan, this seems very much up my street. So I think is it the final
Okay.
episodes I think are coming out. Is it this week?
Come on. Let's
I
get
don't know.
started.
I'm keen to check it out
Scavengers
at,
looking
at
for
some
parts to
point.
sell. Maniacs destroying things.
Maybe in a week or two, because I've got a couple of Steam games I'm trying to wrap up now.
Hello. Looks like someone left the
Oh
medical
god, you
kit
can't
on
go
the
that way. Like, I like this. Like, see if you go the other direction, it just, like, I've got it right down, it won't let me go any further. So I've got to follow her. That's one way to do it. I'm trying to finish at the moment. I'm probably not going to finish it just yet. I've been playing a lot of Absolem. And probably like my casual Steam game of the moment is Shinobi, Art of Vengeance, which is without a doubt one of my games of the year. I absolutely adore it. It's so good. So I will definitely. I'm hoping to try and get to Dispatch in the next couple of weeks. Ideally, I'd like to see if I can check it out before I do my Game of the Year list. Oh, jeez. No, oh, hang on. Are they even real? Was there something here, or was this all just an elaborate thing to make me come over here and have me trip out for a minute? Nope. Alright. The final episode was out on the 12th. Okay. It reminds me a lot of The Boys. I've never actually bothered watching the TV show of The Boys, funnily enough. Largely because I read the comics, and then
Come on, I found a
I kind of actually lost interest in the comic before it finished, so I never got round to like continuing. I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to bother. Like, I actually found, it's funny, as someone who read an awful lot of the comics that are now becoming TV shows, I remember thinking how excited it would be for so many of these comics I like to become TV shows, and then when they all became TV shows, I was like, I have no interest in watching this because I've already read the comics, even though admittedly The Boys is very different. And I think actually what I've seen of The Boys, it's different enough in a good way, because I lost interest in the comic because I thought Grant Morrison had made his joke, and then I felt like he was just like really belaboring the point after a while.
Library. Just type in the torturer's name, and we should get the latest info from the local news, including broadcast feeds.
But yeah, I saw ooh. I saw some interesting. Certainly, the guys on Giant Bomb have been talking a lot about Dispatch in a way that caught my interest. So, definitely wanting to check it out when I can. So I keep having hallucinations. But how much of this is actually happening, or is it just in my head?
Rosa! Rosa, are you there?
So it looks like this did actually happen. Goddamn birds. Organic evidence glows a bright purple. Great. That's gonna work out just smashing for someone like me who is... Oh, there we go. Quite colorblind. I love how I've got all these sophisticated gadgets, but like a gun.
Please use my authorized bureau cell number.
Or like a weapon that doesn't collapse
Received and stored.
within seconds is apparently too much for me. Find a way in. Alright. Oh, hello. Right, there was a guy with an axe. Oh. Alrighty. Figured I'd go the long way round just in case there's somebody waiting for me. You know what was really cool actually when we were at the conference just like last week, Jeff Orkin's talk. We were talking when we did the first episode of this about whether or not Jeff had any involvement in the making of this. And he did bring up this game a little bit during his talk, but the other thing was like he actually had his original like demo videos from like when he showed the original like GOAP GDC talk like 20 years ago. He somehow still had those video files and had put them into his new talk that he was doing, which was pretty freaking amazing, to be honest. Oh god, no, stay the fuck get the way. Give me the axe. Oh crap. No. Right. Ah, that's cheating. Oh, he deliberately like ignores your. That's lame. That's game design, baby. There's definitely a guy to my right. Blah, 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 blah. All right. 7 rounds. Oh, that's pretty neat. I think because I took him out earlier, he didn't waste some of the ammo that was for me that I could then use. So I think it's like the weapon has a limited amount of ammo, and if you don't kill him fast enough... Did he just say fuck your mom? It sounded like he said fuck your mom. I think he probably said fuck him up. Oh, come on. So end it to 1 round. Need to get that shotgun guy. What just happened there? Right, I have next to no health. I really need to get. Oh, he's got 2 rounds in it. Brilliant. Whew. All right. Let's get that fire axe and put it to good use. Where'd it go? There we go. The 45's got nothing in it. The sawn-off still has 2 rounds. Maybe we'll use it, maybe we won't. Blah, 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 blah. Oh shit. Well, by the time I get my hands on that pistol, there'll be nothing left in it. Yep, there's nothing left in it. Oh well. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that you have to think about that, like, it's not like other games where, like, you know, the resource would be reset once the NPC dies. No, it's straight up, like, whatever resource the NPC uses, you don't get to use it. Investigations. Hello, LB. I'm investigating. We are investigating. That's it. Is that? Oh, it's a shadow. I was like, is that warping the texture? We are investigating. Why can't I find anything? No. Organic evidence glows a bright purple. I know! Write something on the wall. Nope. Nope. Riveting streaming content. Maybe it's not on the floor. Oh my goodness. Is he stuffed in a locker? Is she stuffed in a locker? Has she been fridged? Oh, come on. You know, actually, funnily enough, just thinking about... Yeah. Oh, there we go. Purple doesn't go... bright purple in environments like this doesn't go great with my color blindness. I actually just finished playing...
I'm out of the lab at present, but will return shortly.
South of Midnight, and like I finished it this morning, and one of the things I dealt with in that game is like when there's going to be effects or like directional or radial damage happen near the player, it glows on the ground this bright red color, which I couldn't see it half the time. So I had to then like fortunately they actually have really great accessibility options. I was able to just go and change it. Changed it to a nice bright yellow, and fuck me, I could see it after that. Alright, so I have a crowbar. Rare Books is located in the Shelburne Reading Room upstairs. Yes, because I have an intimate map layout of the building. Got any books? I wonder if I could just, like, you know, John Wick this shit and just, like, get a bunch of books and kill people with them. Oh dear, they all have guns. They have lots of guns. Who are they shooting at? It's semi-automatics. Right, that's... I came through here earlier. I forget, there isn't like a map, is there? No. Okay, we're just gonna have to figure this out as we go. Fuck you, desktop computer. 20 plus years ago. Alright, can I take the elevator now? Bong! First floor, please. So yes, I was actually hoping that would be me done for the day, but I actually got a meeting request at 5:30, and I was like, really? I'm so done with this week. Like, I've been trying to just get back to... I don't even want to go back to normal this just yet, because I'm still so tired from ours running the conference like a week or so ago, which was just really amazing, but also I'm like, good lord, I really need to sleep. that's it. We're just handbags at dawn now because we ran out of bullets. Nope. Give me the 45. 5 rounds in that. Where's the other gun? Yeah, SMG, baby. 18 rounds! Yeah, like 6 PM on a Friday. No, that should not be happening. I feel for you, LB. Like, I've been trying to do a lot of half days this week just to get back into the swing of things, because stuff needs done and it's important we get that stuff done. You know, even some of it's just work related and our business related, but also other things like our contractors from the conference are like, hey, I'm done, here's my invoice, can I be paid? And it's like, yes, absolutely, let me go and deal with the finances and make sure you get your money. So all that sort of stuff. But then I'm equally just like, I just want to go and lie down for like 2 weeks and be undisturbed. But I'm on the road next week for a work thing. Been invited to a press event out in Paris by a certain French game publisher. So we'll see what comes of that. I'm under embargo and all that, but yes, Ubisoft are sending me out to do a thing. Crowbar required. Let's go back and get that crowbar, and then what I would kill for a pocket in this game, just like, I want to be able to put that in a belt loop or some shit. But then of course we've got videos to do, and we've got newsletters to do, and still conference wrap up to finish. Yeah, and Goal State. I used all my available time outside of meetings today just to do Goal State stuff, and that was nice, just to get on with that for a bit. I love the little Condemned Criminal Origins Xboxes with the actual look at. Remember we used to have faceplates on consoles? What a gloriously outdated notion that is. Now if you try and create faceplates, Sony will sue you. I don't think you can even. Oh no, actually, like, what was it? The Xbox, they weren't doing faceplates because the outer shell of the Series S and X doesn't come off. It was like sleeves, like cosmetic sleeves. I was like, okay, all right, 18 rounds, make it count. But yeah, hopefully we get close to finishing this today. If not, then tomorrow, or at the weekend even. Indeed, happy Friday, Aji, on the proviso that we all actually get to finish work at a reasonable hour. Yeah, no, come on. Yeah. Keep getting stuck on the old geometry. Oh no, so it was, oh yeah, so I'm not to expect anything here, am I? Because they did say everything's up on the first floor. But we did find this. So I can come back for health if I need it. So yeah, I need to push forward. I want to finish this, which is, we might get this done today, if not in one more stream, and then Aliens as well. We're very close to finishing Dark Descent now, and so I really want to get that done. Oh, of course that hurt me. Oh, come on. Jesus. I was going to say sooner or later he's going to run out of ammo. As did I. I was going to say there's nothing left in this. Yeah. So like that's kind of one, and so on one hand it's like, oh, that's frustrating, they've used up all the resource, but also it does speak to this kind of funny thing of, see, if you're under heavy gunfire, wait it out, they'll use up all the ammo, which is kind of neat. Like, games don't do that. Like, usually it'll just be like, right, now I've got no ammo, but the enemy has infinity ammo, and then I have to hide behind this thing and wait it out. Can I kill you, book foo? No? Can I just grab a book and fuck you up? Right, clearly I'm going that way. Weapon degradation, indeed. Let me guess, it's going to be where that corpse is, over there. Sledgehammer. Oh. Goddamn birds. You know, I was just thinking about Monster Hunter. I was just thinking, like, last night, like, I have not went back to Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, I fell off of that about halfway through the campaign and I didn't go back. And I was thinking, like, why is that? And a part of it was busy, but also just the game was just not holding me in the same way that, like, World and Rise did. And that makes me sad because I really got into Monster Hunter in the last few years, so I was kind of like, oh, what's that about? What am I supposed to do here? Clearly I have a sledgehammer, so I'm supposed to hammer something with the hammer of the sledge. I just don't know what I'm supposed to hammer. Because I don't think that'll open that gate. You know, I don't even think I ever got to end game in World either, because I had two different playthroughs. I had an Xbox save file that I was playing with Jack, and then I also had a PC playthrough that we played on stream a lot. So maybe we need to go back and hit end game on that. God, now that you mention it, I don't think I ever did. Like, I hit endgame in Rise. Because I also went and started Sunbreak in Rise. Right, hang on. Okay, and there's a computer activity in rare books. No, but... Is this where I am? I need to actually pay more attention to what I'm doing. Right, so yes, rare books. This is the Shelburne reading room. It's saying about computer activity. Right, well, there's a computer there. I just can't seem to figure out how the hell I get from here. Oh, ladder. Ah. Hence the sledgehammer. Perfect. Oh, okay. We'll climb the ladder here. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to try and finish... I'm going to see if I can get close to finishing Shinobi this weekend. And maybe some of these on stream, if I've got time.
Back off, you bastard. Come any closer and I'll rip your head off.
Rosa, it's me, Thomas.
Oh, he must have clobbered me in the back of the head before taking off.
Are you okay? There were these shadowy things standing over you.
What? Look, while you're chasing shadows, that jerk tried to kill me. I bit him good, though, right on the hand.
You did the end game for Monster Hunter, then bought the... Oh no, sorry, so...
Yes, sampled and transferred
No,
back to the lab.
Excellent.
Did I ever get... either I got to end game or I got very close to end game. And then... Or am I getting these games mixed up? Because I know it took me a little while to get Sunbreaker started on... because in both...
This is the guy.
Oh no, I think I did get to end game in World, now that I think about it. But I never got to the level I needed to start Iceborne.
What did he want with you?
Because that's the problem with the problem slash the challenge of the Monster Hunter games, right? Like you get to a certain level and then it goes, right, cool, you've now got to endgame. Here's the DLC. By the way, you need to reach this level in endgame in order to access the DLC. So I don't think I ever did.
Serial killer X. X wants the torturer to die. He's hunting him down.
By the way, I don't think he's here today, but I will just give a shout out to Lion of Perth over on Twitch because he's subscribed for 34 months on tier 1 as of a week ago. So he's nearly at 3 years supporting me on Twitch, which is very cool of him.
With a troubled youth named Carl Anderson, who reported fantasies that match the torturer's methods exactly.
Isn't it nice when like this sort of stuff just happens so organically?
If they know of Carl Anderson's whereabouts, do not approach the suspect, as he should be considered armed and dangerous. Sources within the police department are
Oh,
telling
there we
us
go.
they are also
Work
concerned that
things,
their informant can no longer be located.
emails, meetings. Ooh.
Comment on this latest development.
I mean, on the bright side, things are good. Like we're continuing to be busy, and
Carl Anderson. Gym teacher tells the cops on you.
finances are all right. Like I literally have just been doing the books
we
the
have to
last
find
couple
a
of days
school
for
where
both
this
our
teacher works.
non-profit that runs the conference and also for my company. My company should be good for another year. Looking at the money, and we have a bunch of really interesting meetings we've already had, and we're having more coming up about work that's basically going to help sustain us, so we can just continue to make YouTube stuff and newsletter content and all that dumb stuff, which is paid for by going and doing real work elsewhere. And then on top of that, we're still finalizing all the monies because everything still needs paid for the conference, but it does look like we have successfully turned a small profit this year again, despite our budget being more than double what it was last year to run the whole conference. On that note, we should be, for those of you in the chat who did attend, we'll be sending out a feedback survey. I believe it'll be early next week. I know Shrada's putting the finishing touches on that now. So yes, we do want to get people's feedback. Like what are the things that we need to be doing? Any bits of, you know, your perspectives of like what you would like to see in the future, because we are planning next year already. And in fact, I have a meeting to that effect. So, can I get past you, please? We have a meeting soon. I know Sally, myself, George, and maybe some of the other team are going to come together to start discussing broader strategy for the future.
What the hell's that? Sounds like an animal is crawling around up there.
I did see something there just out the corner of my eye. They deliberately let you see it just and no more. Yeah, this is the problem with the Monster Hunter stuff, is there's no crossplay, right? This is, well actually crossplay is bad enough. Cross progression is also bad that they don't implement that, and it's like, oh come on. We're kind of, I understand to a certain degree why they don't do it, but also it's like, at this day and age, I feel like a new Monster Hunter should be cross progression at the gate. Also, actually, as we were, you know, thinking about why I never got any further in Wilds, I genuinely think it's because it's not very portable. Like, I realized I played more of Rise than World purely because I played it on my Switch, and it just meant, oh, I could just pick it up and I could go and do a 10-minute hunt and I'd be good, you know. And it's like sort of, and the funny thing is, of course, you think, oh, but Monster Hunter, hang on, that's a prestige game. It's like, yeah, but it comes from portable devices. Like, Monster Hunter's big boom years in Japan was when it was on the PSP and the DS, you know? 3DS, rather. Oh.
Damn, that hurt.
But yeah, we still got a bit of conference stuff to finalize before we... Oh, great.
I thought I saw something down there in the dark. I'll be there in a
Before I
minute.
call it quits. Before we you know, basically we wrap things up. Oh, something's gonna come and get me. Hello. I see you. Oh, great. I am imagining it all, right? This is all in my head, right? Right? Stop trying to hit me.
Thomas! Thomas, it's me. Snap out of it. Here, take my flashlight.
Your flashlight has
Make
been
your way around to the
restored.
doors on the other side. I'll let you in there. Don't take too long. Standing in the dark without my flashlight makes me nervous.
Right, hang on. Which way is the way? Oh, it wouldn't let me walk through here earlier. Like, I had a blocker on me, preventing me from... This little guy. Am I going to get injured by the books now? How'd you like it? Huh? Stop being a creepy wee bastard crawling all over the walls like a weirdo. Nobody likes that. Not gonna find a nice girl or boy by doing that. Stop being weird. Regarding Shroud, I want to embark her about Arc Raiders. We reached out to Arc. We reached out. I think we said this already. We reached out to Embark like ages ago, trying to get a press interview with them, and they ignored us. I mean, we could probably try again, but
How convenient. Okay.
yeah, we did actually try and speak to them long before Arc Raiders was even ready to come out, because we wanted to talk about the procedural animation workflow that they're using with machine
There's no
learning,
way
right?
past this thing.
But
Climb down to the
we
next
never
floor and I'll meet
heard
you
back from them.
there.
So I'm actually just bought the game because I'm just installing it now on my Xbox, so Jack can play it because he's on his shiny new TV. I don't know if there's cross progression. There's cross play on that. I know that much because I know some of Roper's been playing it, and I think Ben's been playing. Jesus, Ben's playing it, which actually speaks volumes because it means that something other than like Ben, who does our music and stuff. Ben almost exclusively is playing Apex Legends and his 50th playthrough of Bloodborne, and that's all Ben plays. Don't be surprised if you ever meet Ben. Actually, Ben was at the conference. You might have seen him. Big, tall dude. Pretty jacked. And he might have just came over and asked you about your thoughts on Bloodborne. That might have been the only thing he asked you. And if you were like, nah, then he probably wouldn't have spoken to you again. That's Ben. But yeah, Ben is always playing Apex. Like, that's his online game. It's the only online game he plays. So when I heard he'd been playing, oh, that's cheating. I hate when the game does this. It goes, oh yeah, I know that the taser's important, but what if I just ignore the taser because I haven't finished playing my entrance animation? I'm gonna assume there's no such thing as health. But yeah, I might try and actually play a bit of Arc Raiders at the weekend. I just downloaded, I actually played like the first 3 missions of Black Ops 7 this morning in the campaign mode, because we still have that tier of Game Pass, so I was like, alright, fuck it. Though, interestingly, I didn't know this until I booted it up. Like, the campaign in Black Ops 7 is entirely co-op. It is an online co-op campaign, and they've basically went, hey, what if we just take like the Warzone map, and we take the and then we have like some zombie set maps and turn it into basically a co-op PvE campaign. And I'm like, okay. It's a pivot for sure. I think they've all ran out of bullets. Yeah, he's got a melee weapon of some sort. Where's the other one went? There was two of them. There's the other guy. Kick him while he's down. Blood. Oh, those look like meteor. I like. You know what's quite neat is like these are all just weapons. If someone would talk about Soulsborne games with me, I would counter them with Devil May Cry. You call Dark Souls a DMC game. I don't know if Ben's ever played Devil May Cry. Hello. I found you.
Jesus, Thomas, it took you long enough.
Oh, excuse fucking me. I'm just smashing these bell ends left and right. Heaven forbid you feel safe in the moment.
Jesus, this is getting out of hand. I need to get this back. It might take me to lead through this
Oh,
area.
God. Lead Rosa downstairs to the basement. That doesn't sound good at all. Lead this poor woman down to the basement. She is unarmed and has no flashlight. And you are apparently some sort of super soldier that the FBI is paying close attention to. What could go wrong?
Okay, 8 years ago would put the kid and the teacher at the same school in 1997. Here it is.
Oh, there's the dude. I forgot this guy was like...
Anderson
Captain
to
Sideburns was like a thing.
There's a lot of Carl Andersons, but I bet this is our guy. He was enrolled or sentenced to an educational rehabilitation center for the severely troubled. St. Joseph's Secondary on Northeast 52nd and Fremont. It's been closed for 5 years, and no wonder. That's one of the worst parts of town. Christ, the cops have just been letting it go to hell for years.
And what about the faculty?
It doesn't list occupations, just a list of names. I'll take it back to the lab and see what I can find.
Oh no. I think I need to
It's
leave.
him. He's been listening to us.
It looks like we've attracted other unwanted attention.
I swear he's just saying fuck your ma. He's not. He's saying, "Oh, fuck you up," but it just sounds like fuck your ma. Oh, there's a guy right there. There's another one. In the balls.
Thomas, the exit. We need to make a run for it.
There we go. No, you know what? I kind of like my weapon right now. It's still stable enough, I think. Need to make a run for the exit. I didn't see where she ran. There she is.
We
All right.
got our serial killer X.
He's got the same information we do, so that means he's also going to go to the school. Perhaps I can catch two killers with one
Leon,
knife.
good to see you. Give you a shout out earlier for last week's resub. Thanks again for that. We're on close to 3 years at this point, which is very kind of you. Oh, 5 out of 6 birds. Boyds. Right, chapter 7. Humor me. I'm going to double check. I'm pretty sure this game has 10 chapters. I looked this up. It has 10 chapters.
Thomas, it's Malcolm. How are you doing? Is the investigation going well?
So we have 3 more to go.
It's going as well as it can be. Wait, what are you doing here? How did you know where to find me?
Oh, just a coincidence. Saw you from across the street.
I've admired your larynx for the longest time.
Coincidence? I don't know what your game is here, Van Horn, but I've got a job to do. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, this was the guy who helped us out earlier on, isn't it? Find missing teacher linked to Carl Anderson, aka the Torturer. Oh, I was hoping that would be like a desktop computer. Eat this. 486 DX2 in your face. An apple 2 a day keeps the perverts away. Right, that's gonna need a sledgehammer. Lots of weird mouth noises. Oh, is this when I find out I was the school kid? You know the kind of funny thing about all this, given that there's this kind of implication of weird, you know, mental manipulation and all this other sort of stuff. Like, it would be kind of neat, given this came out at the same time, if at the end it's like, oh, by the way, this whole thing is a Fear tie-in. And it's actually Alma that's causing all these disturbances. Like, that would have been kind of awesome. It's like, oh hey, this big game that we've made is actually a tie-in to another, but then I know that wouldn't be the case because this was a Sega published title, whereas the other one wasn't. So the idea of having like your own shared universe like that would be very much not possible, I think. But, like I say, would have been cool. Alright, I've probably walked past the sledgehammer through there. So let's go back and find it. There it fucking is. Sledgehammer. Bam, bam. Every time. Gets me every time. Yeah, so like you say, the cross-pollination would have been cool, a la Alan Wake, Control, and the like. So that reminds me, I've never got around to playing Quantum Break, and I really want to replay... I got the Alan Wake remastered for consoles, so I could then go and play Alan Wake 2, and I've never got around to doing it. But also, yeah, that's because they largely own their own IP and publish, you know, I think they also largely... Well, they don't self-publish entirely. What was it? Alan Wake 2 was published by... It was Epic, wasn't it? Or at least it was on PC anyway, because that's why it's the Epic Game Store. But yeah, I kind of like that they've done that. And I really want to go and play... I want to play Quantum Break at some point, just because I'm curious about it. And then I really want to go and replay Alan Wake 1, because it's been so long since I played it. And I want to then play the second one. Because I think when Alan Wake 2 came out, I was playing Control. And I loved Control, like, far more than I expected. Like, I wasn't sure about it going in, and then after about... It was one of those games that I think the first couple of hours I wasn't sold on it. And then, once we got about 3 or 4 hours in, I was like, oh, this is actually really fucking good. No, I loved Control. So very excited that they're going to do more in the Control universe. And yeah, like, there's that DLC in the first Control where it straight up goes, yo, Alan Wake takes place in the same universe. And you're like, ah, that's quite clever. Kind of reminded me a bit of how, like, some of Stephen King's work is often a bit not retconning necessarily, but a lot of Stephen King's books actually find ways to connect his disparate things into the same thing. Oh, we're gonna fall if we go down there. Let's check the showers first, or toilets. You leave anything in the bog? No. Yeah, I've heard about the cut scenes are a whole thing, because they basically recorded like a television show for Quantum Break. That is part of the game. Oh, hello. You just loose lips sink ships. Alright. No! My pump action shotgun. With only 2 fucking rounds. What's the point in that? I was expecting that to like give way or something if I did that.
Good timing. Just walked in. Start
Jeez, oh. What the hell is that?
Processing. This may take a few. Human tissue.
Yeah, I read all the notes as well in Control, because it's just good fucking writing. Where what you want to write, you read more of it.
Carl Anderson's tenure was a man by the name of Samuel Tibbets.
Oh, Tibbets.
And before you ask, yes, Tibbets' medical records provided his blood type. It's a match with the facial tissue.
Oh, oh right, yeah, loose lips. That is literally his loose lips. All right. Yeah, I was just saying in the Discord this morning, because I finished South of Midnight, which is by Compulsion Games, and oh, there we go. Now I fall through the floor, and that was, as I talked about in the Discord, that's like a solid, 7 out of 10, like Xbox 360 ass adventure game, but I really enjoyed the narrative and the premise, because the whole concept of it is it takes place in sort of this slightly hyper real, like magic laden, gothic magic laden, like Deep South. And it's focusing on the relationship between the girl, the main character Hazel, and her mother, and it's predominantly African American cast with a few white folk mixed in there, funnily enough. The big bad is also an old white woman. But I really just enjoyed the setting and the characters and the story that they were telling, to the point I was like, I'm just going to keep going with this because I'm having a good time with it. And I want to see how it ends. And I kind of admired the fact that the final boss is a bit of a mixed bag on the one sense, but also I kind of like that the big confrontation at the end is actually just two people having a conversation about how they handle trauma and grief. And I thought that's like an interestingly like mature take on something like that for a video game. So yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Actually, I'm really pleased, funnily enough. I'm just going to quickly look it up just to make sure I get her full name correctly. But I played it and I was like, oh, that was really good. I quite enjoyed the story. I like where it ended, blah, blah, blah. And I then noticed that right at the credits, as soon as the credits rolled, the associate narrative director of the game is a woman by the name of Farah Brixey, who I met at GDC 2 years ago. And we had a really nice conversation, and she was just saying she was moving on to a new project, and I didn't know this was the project she was going on to. And so I actually messaged her on LinkedIn this morning, because we're still connected on LinkedIn, so it's just like, how fucking cool it was to play this game and go, that was quite nice, I quite enjoyed that, and then find her name in the credits. And we had a really nice conversation at GDC, because I remember she was there, and one of the things that happened was we were at this party, we were both at the same party together, and we got chatting, and she said she'd just quit her job as a contract narrative designer for another studio, And she's like, and I was, oh, right, what did you work on? And this is how we ended up becoming friends, actually, or becoming associates, at least for the evening, was, there we go, fuck you. Oh, shotgun. Oh, come on. But we got chatting, and she was like, oh yeah, I've just finished working on this game. And I was like, all right, what were you playing? What were you working on? She goes, oh, you probably haven't heard of it. It's this online game that everyone else I've spoken to doesn't know it. And I was like, all right, well, try me. And she's like, Dead by Daylight. I'm like, you're fucking kidding. I was like, okay, so you've just went to a party where apparently nobody knows what Dead by Daylight is, and I'm like a massive fan of Dead by Daylight. And she had been the narrative designer for one of the killers. She was lead narrative designer on one or two of the killers, notably the Plague. And we had a really nice conversation off the back of that. So yeah, it was just really nice to see, hey, there's a person that I just remember meeting a couple of years ago, and this is the thing she went off and did next. So it was such a nice kind of cyclical thing of just like coming back to like just seeing her name and going, shit, that's the woman I met. And yeah, that was quite neat. I quite liked that. All right, where am I going to find out more about Mr. Tibbet? Mr. Tibbet! Mr. Tibbet. It was the Model AI riot party, LB. And it was just apparently this was like the one group of people that had never played this game or even knew what it was. And I'm like, I have an unhealthy amount of hours in that game courtesy of COVID. So that was interesting. Oh, right, that door did open. Oh, Jesus. I love that everybody's got guns, but nobody thought to bring like a second clip of ammo. That's also that was a funny party for a number of reasons, because that was also when I met actually Wes Kerr, who spoke at our conference last week. That was when I met Wes for the first time, and I was really kind of caught off guard because he knew who I was and I didn't know who he was. And we had this conversation where he's like, it's the guy, he's here. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what is going on? Who are you? What is happening? And he explained to me, like, you know, a bunch of his R&D team actually like watch a lot of the YouTube episodes, and so they've known who I am for a long time. So he brought his team over to introduce them to me and stuff. And I'm like, I'm exhausted and I'm soaking wet because the weather had been really bad that day in San Fran. And I'm like, what is going on? This is so bizarre. Rats. That was a good night. I remember that. Also, yeah, Shradha was there. That was actually the first GDC that Shradha and I had got to hang out with each other. Because funnily enough, Shradha and I had worked together for a couple of years at this point, entirely remotely. Oh, you're not dead. Yeah, Wes Kerr, that's one of the best names in video games. You know, I genuinely didn't really think about it until you said that, and now I'm like, oh yeah. Uh-oh. Meat cleaver required. Alright, well I clearly need to like... running away. Give me a weapon. Oof, jeez. She's got a mean right hook. No! Right. 10 rounds. one way to try it. Nice. Grab meat cleaver. Choppy, choppy. So yeah, funnily enough, having Wes come to the conference and everything else, a lot of that relationship started purely from us meeting at that party, which was really neat. It was the first time. I'll probably talk about this actually, probably in the AI Existential Crisis, like part 3 or something on the newsletter, which will eventually come to YouTube when I've written the whole thing. About like, I've often talked about how it's really difficult to ascertain just like what impact my YouTube work has, and then you go and meet, and it was genuinely going to GDC in the last couple of years. It has been really influential in helping me kind of go, yo, like people, like a lot of people in the industry actually watch my shit, not just the people I know, you know, or people that I know who are then like, all right, we should probably watch it because, you know, Tommy will eventually ask, did you watch my video? And then GDC is on fire this year. Well, so is the US as a whole, so there's that going for it. Use identification.
Go ahead.
Evidence.
Transfer complete. It's Tibbetts. Fingerprints from his personnel file match the hand. It looks like the torturer got to him before we did.
Bum bum bum. Continue searching for Mr. Tibbetts. Guess we'll go down then. I was going to say I can't go that way, can I? I'm trying to remember. Can I crouch? No, I can't crouch. All right. Oh, jeez. Actually, I need to message Matt. I think we were talking about going to see Predator at the weekend. We were thinking about going out and hanging out. And he did mention like a date, but the date he gave was on a Saturday. And I was like, ooh, because we usually, the guys around my area that I'm friends with, we tend to hang out on a Friday night. So this whole idea was a meeting on a Saturday? Are you sure? Am I just supposed to like smash through there? I mean, actually, so you believe my future video about my thoughts around the existential crisis in AI might have a larger effect than you think, even perhaps outside the game AI industry. One of the things that has happened is the number of people I know who work in game dev have actually spoken to me. A lot of people came up to me during the conference. I have had several emails and DMs from people whose work I have covered over the years on the channel, people whose work I respect and admire, who have all came forward and said to me like, you really hit that on the head, which was quite nice to hear, because it was a, if you haven't read this, it's over on the newsletter right now. Oh, there I fucking go. It's in the newsletter right now. I wrote part 1 of my thesis on like the problems that game AI currently faces as a sector. I actually need to tidy it up because there's a bunch of small typos and grammatical errors in the back third. And I'm in the middle of writing part 2 now. I envisage it as at least a 3-part, possibly 4-part piece. And yeah, it was, I literally just got an email last night from someone else I know who I've known for a long time in the sector, who was like, I had a read through that, by the way. You made some, like, it was both, you make some very good points, but also the other common bit of feedback was you've been able to express the same concern I've had in the back of my head, and I couldn't figure out how to write, how to manifest it, how to express it. Like, you did that. And so that was good to hear, because it means I'm on the right, like, certainly, like, if what I'm saying is vibing with other people, then clearly I'm onto something.
Thomas speaking.
Thomas, I just wanted to make sure you met me out front when we were done.
Oh.
I didn't want to interfere with the investigation, but...
That's me. And a weird looking... Am I this Killer X? Is that it? Am I having a premonition of my own death? It's all very confusing. But yeah, that was kind of nice to know that other people were looking at what I were reading it and going, yup, I really like align with that. Fuck you. You dead yet? How about now? Oh, they're all coming. Oh, let them fight. Let them fight. In the balls! Nope. Was that gunshots? Yeah, I think I'm just going to let these two fight it out for a minute. Don't you dare come in here. You go and fight him. You go deal with him. Alright. Oh, jeez. I think there's more than one of them. Nope. Oh, yeah, there is. There's somebody over there with a gun. It's fine. We're going to ride it out, and then they're all going to run out of ammo. Ow! Son of a... I have 5 measly rounds. Okay. This doesn't seem like a classic case of they run out of ammo. Where's the other guy? Keep on running. Oh, right. He was literally about to run out of ammo. Response would be different if you go, this game's AI is bad, look at how it breaks. Right, yeah, like it's funny, because I remember years ago, that was like a common request I had from people, was like, you should do like let's plays of games with bad AI in them, like stream games where you're like, the AI is really bad and pull it apart. And I'm like, look, I'm not qualified to be sitting there telling other people how to do their job. Like, I built AI in games before, and it's been a mix of success, and I've consulted on a bunch of stuff. And yeah, like, I am no expert on this, but also I'm fully aware this shit is hard. You know, if there's one thing I can take away from the dozens of episodes we've done over the years, this shit's hard. And it's really difficult, and it's difficult to get it right, and it's difficult to be consistent with it. And I thought, well, you know, and it's like sort of, I joked about it once, like, this is how you guarantee that as a content creator, I'm never going to be as popular as a lot of others, because, you know, it's much easier to shit on things than it is to have a conversation about what works and what doesn't and why. Right, so he was bouncing away other walls. Right. No, we're leaving the evidence area. I keep thinking it's something to do with this, because... Oh. I'm right on it, whatever it is. Oh, hello. It is a crime evidence area.
Blood type's still a match. This is Tibbet's trail.
Tibbet. Come on, Tibbet. And yeah, like, it's much... You know, I've always been more of the thought of, like, use whatever audience platform I can eventually build to do something positive rather than shit on other people. And even then, when I'm, like, as you'll notice, when I even bit my tongue a lot more. Although I did actually shit a little bit on one or two companies in particular in my AI existential crisis, but I was focusing on generative AI companies. And even then I try to actively avoid doing that because I've also met a lot of people doing interesting work in that space. And it's a case of you need to figure out whether or not this is even going to work, right? Like, it's one thing for me to, you know, there's a lot of things that people are experimenting with and they're getting funding for. And I'm sitting there going, that's not going to work. But equally, I understand I could be wrong. And so it is still worth them getting the funding and doing the work. And then the thing is that when it doesn't work, you never actually really hear about it. Right, exactly. Like, you don't know the story behind the game that was made and why did it work out the way that it worked out. And you know, sometimes it, you know, I even alluded to, there was a story I mentioned in that issue about a game that came out this year that has perfectly functional, competent game AI in it. And I have criticisms of it to some degree, but the devs know that. Like, I literally met with some of those devs at an event and they're like, oh yeah, we know it's not perfect. By the way, here's the reason why. And most of it is a production thing of resource, of timelines, of scheduling, of we just don't have enough people working on the project, the game's already quite big, we've got a deadline we need to hit, etc, etc. You know, like, yeah, so what am I supposed to do then? Just go online and go, hi, I'm Tommy Thompson, this is AI in Games, and these people are shit at their job. You're like, that's not conducive, that's not healthy. So I'm actually, and I'm happy to a certain degree to have been proven right by that, because sure, like, the YouTube isn't going anywhere. The YouTube isn't growing or is going to continue to explode in any meaningful way. But I'm happy doing it. I love doing it. I'm happy we've got our audience. But you look at all the stuff we're doing with the newsletter, with the conference, you know, with Goal State as well. Like, that all comes from having a collective, from people collectively going, oh, hey, we trust that brand of AI in games, because, you know, when people see crit, they think,
Trail just ends at
they
a
by and
bank
large think my voice.
Have you looked inside?
Crit doesn't actually have my voice though, he's not Scottish. It's not Scottish. So, also on that note, for anyone who didn't get their crit at the conference, we will be putting them on, we'll be doing a limited number of them available for sale starting next year. That is something that we are actively working on, because we made sure that we ordered more than we would sell at the conference. So, oh, hang on, no, it's like that. Oh yeah, like the game devs. Right, so that's it. Like, Maggie, you really get, like, Gen AI technology is cool. It doesn't mean it's viable for production, because also a lot of, equally, like, it is cool, but also a lot of generative AI applications are not cool. Oh geez.
Help me.
we were just talking about,
Help is on
and
the
also
way.
yeah,
Who
referring
did
to
this to
lazy
you?
devs, like that doesn't help anyone. Like one of the things we're talking about this week is, so in this week's issue I talked briefly about the Arc Raider situation that's cropped up and how people are now and getting upset about the, let's face it, the reality of what they did. So if you don't know this, Embark Studios, creators of Arc Raiders, have been very invested in TTS pipelines, text-to-speech pipelines. So this whole idea of implementing, training voice models against human voices, and then pumping text into those voice models to get it to utter speech. So they did it in the finals. So the announcers in the finals, their voices are AI, and then they did it again for this game. So when you play Arc Raiders, a lot of the I think like a hand. I haven't played it yet, but my understanding is a smidgen of the voice work that's in it is finally recorded with voice actors, and then the rest of it is a text-to-speech pipeline where they use an AI model. And so this is actually a point that's coming up next week in the newsletter, because I actually had a bit of indirect viewer-reader correspondence. In fact, a question came into George's video games industry memo that also said, hey, I wonder if Tommy has an opinion on this. And he was like, well, tell you what, I'll send it to you and get you to answer it in your newsletter. And we're going to talk about, look, you got to deal with the realities of like, AI is really interesting. AI is really cool. AI is also very capable of being particularly generative AI is incredibly capable of being very exploitative and being able to recognize that that is a reality and that we now live in, right?
Yeah, the town of
And that's something I was literally writing that up
Any
this
chances
morning
there's an
over
apple orchard
just
up
after
there?
breakfast about, you know, look at the way that AI is being used in these games, and then the question is, what net benefit does it, or gain does it bring, and who does it, if there is a gain, if there is some sort of value, who is gaining from that value and who is losing from that value. So to that end, you have actually, I mean, Aji, you've brought this up several times. Like, I've talked about it several times. Like, I've been following Arc Raiders for years because as early as 2021, they were talking about the reinforcement learning-based animation framework they've got for all of the giant spider-like walkers in it, the big robots. It uses a reinforcement learning-based animation pipeline. That's really cool. Okay, I think I need to go the other way to find a spade, a shovel. Oh, the shovel was back at the. It was back at the feckin'. Oh, this looks the same. You can tell I'm playing another Monolith game. It was back at the dead body. Shovel. So, like, I think that's really interesting. It doesn't remove the need for animators. There are still technical animators, there's still animators working on that game, but that technology is servicing a very particular need that you cannot do at the level of quality they're achieving with that machine learning technology without it, right? Like, there's a reason that they're using reinforcement learning for this, because trying to do that using traditional animation pipelines, it doesn't work. It's because it's so heavily dependent on so many factors. It's like a kinematics-based solution that's having to pay attention to the factors around the world and the immediate, or it would be it is a kinematic-based solution, but it has to pay attention to so many factors going on around it that has a big impact on the end behavior. So you train a model to facilitate it. It's like, right, really good, really clever. Then you look at the voice work and it's like, well, what's the material gain? And as near as I can tell, the gain for it was cheaper. Then you look at you go, all right, well, what about the other side of it? It's like, right, well, it was cheaper, but now the voice artists would still have been paid, because I believe they'll have been paid for the training and utilization of the model. But I'm willing to bet money they did not make this, they were paid less than they would have been if they'd done the voice work themselves. Now, the end gain is, oh, well, one, yes, we get to do this thing where, one, it's cheaper, but the end player benefit is the voice work is now responsive. You can get it, you can give it a particular statement in real time and it will generate something that is more contextually appropriate. It's like, fine. You can do that in real time and it will bring a quality. However, I sat and listened to those voices and they're fucking terrible. Because lo and behold, just training the voice model doesn't work. You need to add a whole lot more to the voice models in order for them to feel realistic. Like, dare I say it, you can't do that with AI as it stands and have been, ideally. Actually, I don't think you'll ever be able to do it at the level that they aspire to, because it requires that human artistic expression. So I feel like players are losing out. I feel like voice artists are losing out. And whatever flexibility it provides in the system, it doesn't really, it's let down by the fact the quality is poor. So it's like, well, what's the point? You know? And yeah, there's their argument is faster iteration speed between write line and have VO'd line, and it's like, yeah, sure, but then is that the final version? Like, I wouldn't, and so I actually bring this up in the newsletter this week. So this all kicked off with the whole, so two things. One, I've known they've been doing this for ages, because Embark have from the very beginning been very, very public about how they're utilizing AI in everything they're doing. So none of this is a surprise to me. I am repeatedly getting like blurred looks here as I don't know why, like my vision's blurry. I can't turn the flashlight on anymore and I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Fire axe required, okay. So I need to find the fire axe. Who had the fire? Did that guy have a fire axe? Nice big UI pop up here would be great. Hey look, it's a fire axe. Pick the shit up. 2x4 bolts. No. Is it going to be back in that room? And it is. It's like, okay, yes, you can get that as an intermediary faster, but you know, you could not use that as the final version. But yeah, to my point, like I said, I know they've been doing this for a long time. None of this is particularly surprising to me, but also I literally had lunch, on Monday with their name shall remain anonymous for the purposes of this conversation, but an award-winning voice actor on Monday, because we were sitting down to have a conversation about the state of where all this is going. And I really they were like, I want to chat with you because you're clearly AI fluent and we can have a conversation about this, but also I'm clearly not like an AI hype merchant. We'd met before, like we were both at a dinner when we were at Develop earlier in the year. So we were having this conversation, and also I really wanted to know more because this is someone who I would consider to be top of their field. You get to understand a little bit more about their perspectives and all this sort of stuff and what's happening. Nope. Metal pieces collected. And yeah, we were talking about this is exactly the sort of thing that's going to happen, because as more and more, once this becomes normalized, you're going to end up with a lot of studios thinking, okay, we can just use the voice actor for the main bit of work, for the prime bits of content, and then we'll just use a, text-to-speech model for the rest of it. We don't really need them for the rest of the game. All these other little bits of barks and pickup lines, we don't really need them for. Oh. Am I having PTSD because I'm like, I was the kid at school? Where am I meant to go? It's really not obvious to me. Oh, now it's open. I tried opening it and it didn't open. No. it's also easier for them to add new content with voices since they won't need to hire voice actors months in advance. Right. And I do think there's a certain level of like AI voice work I think you can that is serviceable and what have you. I actually think a lot of the issues with ARC Raiders is their voice work, is their voice models aren't that great. And they haven't refined that process more. I've actually heard better versions of the same tech. And so, yeah, I think to LB's point is, you know, as you said there, my problem with the whole we paid voice actors to use their voices, it's always possible to find someone who does a job for cheap, who signs the bad contract, doesn't mean they can do good work. But also, you're going to end up with, it is going to force down the going rate for a voice actor, because it'll be, on average, cheaper to just use the voice actors trained model. So, and I think in a lot of game studios, they are going to err on the side of, well, if we can do it for cheaper, we can do that. Actually, I said, like, one of the things that is going to happen is that I said you could maybe arguably, I said this over the lunch, like maybe you could arguably push for a higher premium on your work as a human voice actor because you're having to go in now. So they can, but I said, like, critically, I said maybe one of the things to actually try and do is force what the going rate is for your AI model to be just slightly below what your current rate is, and then actually increase your rates. Because now, if you're going to be happy enough to use my AI model, maybe try and actually get more out of it by being the expert in the room.
So why are you
But
in on this?
that only works for established voice actors. And my colleague who I had lunch with is an established voice actor,
Help?
who has also had difficulties getting roles at times, despite their
among other things.
There was a
success
time I
and
thought
also
I was the
fame
best
in the sector.
investigator the Bureau ever had. Now it seems they were interested in me for other reasons.
What do you mean?
I saw my file. Apparently I'm some sort of circus freak to them.
That may not be helpful. I wonder how much they know of what is happening. would
I
stay
don't
away
think
from
they
the
know
Bureau
we've
until
created
they-
you to be a genetically
It's not
enhanced
like I have
super
much
cop.
choice, since they still think I killed those two officers.
Their deaths were unfortunate, but maybe it's best. that
So
you-
funny, I broke it down into like 4 possible things.
You seem to know
One,
a
studios
lot
just
more
use
about what's
entirely
happening
AI voice
than I
models. 2, some studios will only use human
This
voice
is
actors and no AI
Stay
whatsoever, because they will
on
fight
your
that fight.
toes. I'll drop you off at the house and head over
3,
to the barn.
the Art Raider situation,
Later.
where mixture of voice acting, but then for the bulk of the game, outside of cutscenes, for example, it's all TTS using trained models. My colleague actually suggested another one, which I hadn't thought of, and they said what they might now do.
We're connected. Go ahead.
What they might now do is spend 80% of their budget on celebrities being voice actors, and the rest of it is TTS from TTS models from voice actors. And I thought, I hadn't thought of that. So, oh jeez. Follow. And so it was like, imagine, you know, you remember Elder Scrolls, right? Elder Scrolls Oblivion, where they spent 90%, you could clearly tell, they spent like 90% of the fucking VO budget on having Patrick Stewart appear in it for the first 20 minutes. And then the rest of the voice acting in that game is really, rough. And you think, that's potentially the future, where you're constantly dealing with studios hiring one or two big names, and then the rest of it is small, like, you know, smaller, or like lesser known people. And the thing is, like, by comparison, even a professional voice actor will get paid tuppence compared to, say, you know, think about Cyberpunk, right? Willing to bet you $1 that Keanu got paid a fuck ton more cash than any of the professional voice actors who were in that game. Goddamn birds. So that could actually be the nightmare future. The darker path. Oh, God, where now? Where did you go? So was that a dead end? Did I just come all the way up here for nothing and found nothing and grab? Oh, okay.
A clue, perhaps. See if you can find more.
You have found one of 4 parts of the riddle. Did I miss a bit earlier and I should have got it? Go back downstairs. So yeah, imagine like the next Cyberpunk where it's just Keanu Reeves' voice and then the rest of it is all AI because they wanted to save a few bucks. Not to say that CDPR would do that, but it's sort of indicative of the possibility. And the funny thing is, as I recall in Oblivion, Sir Pat Stew's voice work wasn't great because he's not a voice actor. He's a professional, you know, he's a stage actor, so he doesn't really know how to do voice work. Oh hey, look, we're going down to a creepy basement. Nothing wrong ever happens in these situations, huh? Doopy-doo. Oh shit. Cancel the thing. Alright, where was I? Oh. Fuck you. Is that the line? Oh no, that's the one I took to come in. Doobie doo, doobie doo. Get out the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Just fuck off already. Right. So much. How much chalk did you use, man?
It looks like another clue. There must be more. Keep looking.
Oh, I can hear someone shuffling a bit. Piss off! Oh, I just realized I'm missing the chat because I accidentally scrolled. Yes. Lion, like I say, you have top tier cast for your main characters, everyone else, like literally a headline act, and then everyone else is just all, you know, TTS. So I imagine, Bane, to address your comment, I would suspect that it is a flat rate. They are being compensated for the use of their voice in a model, rather than the number of pay for each line, because you never know how many unique lines are going to generate. But there'll be some sort of flat fee they're getting, which on one hand could actually be, and this is the thing, it's like, is it all entirely negative? I don't know, because you know, as we were talking about in our chat, it is equally likely that a voice actor is like, I don't have time to go and do this job because I have life commitments and other responsibilities. So being paid to give my voice as an AI model to the studio sounds like an interesting opportunity for me to continue to make money. And there is something to that idea, you know? And actually, we've got an interview coming up very soon. Well, actually, we're going to have an interview that's going to go up on the newsletter, because our sponsor this week on the newsletter was Lingoshan, who are a company that have actually tried to figure this out. So they are actually they both help train AI voice models for voice actors, but equally they have spent a huge amount of time trying to basically become like an agent for the voice actor, in terms of, I want to have, oh shit, not again. I want to be able to use my, like, I want to be able to provide a voice work. Here's how I get compensated. How much do they get paid? What is their rights to the use of their data? What's the rights to the rights to their use of to a client's use of the model? Like, this was, so I did actually the CEO of the company, Andreas Lodman, was at the conference, and we did an interview right before it, and it was interesting to hear him talk through it about all the challenges of production that they have largely figured out. Or like they are trying to figure out even. I wouldn't say that he's got it sussed, but like, you know, they are trying to figure out how to make this equitable for voice actors. And so it was interesting to find someone's actually doing that, and it's not, like, they seem genuine. Like, one of the things that they've been building this company up since like 2019 actually, so long before the generative AI boom. But they've been trying to figure out, how do you make that equitable for voice actors? Because if you don't, then the voice actors won't work with you. So what's the point? So yeah, we'll have that on the newsletter in a couple of weeks. Next week is Meaning Machine, actually, the people that are making the Dead Meat game. We'll chat to them first. So hang on, we did that. So this is the one I just did. What's it offering me to grab? 2x4. Never mind. So I did this one, right? This is the one that led me into the basement. Yep. Okay. But it's I think, even as we were talking about at the lunch on Monday, like, the consensus was, this isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay, and we need to find a way to make it work that's going to be sensible for everyone. But also, so much of it, I feel, really still stems from a lack of meaningful legislation around protecting. You know, you can protect certain aspects of your self, like, you know, the use of your photograph, for example, use of your face is a protected, you know, asset, and so if people utilize that for their own gain without your input, then that is bad. You can take them to court for it. Right now, there's nothing. Basically, we need a whole bunch of defamation cases to come out and go, yo, somebody was using my AI voices to start creating an AI voice based on my voice to start setting legal precedent that, yo, taking my voice. And it's the same issue as the SAG-AFTRA strike, right? It's like the whole point of the SAG-AFTRA strike was people don't have any right of ownership over their voice and their physical performances, and it's like, because they're going, oh, it's just data, it's not something that's evocative of you, and it's like, well, it is fundamentally part of me. You can't do it without me, like that, because, you know, even something as simple as your gait, how you walk, is bespoke to you. Right, so hang on, so there's this one, there's one more that I haven't got yet. So we did this one, right? You know what? Smash. Right, so we did this one. I got this one. I think. Did I did get this one, right? Because it was in here and then we went round. Right, because that was there and then we went up and round. I think the one I'm missing is potentially upstairs. No, that's this. No, I've flubbed this somehow. Yuk, 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 yuk. Right, we did this one, I think. I think there's two upstairs. Oh, I don't think I've done this one, though. This might be the one I have not done. Yes, Scarlett Johansson did do this thing where she was threatening legal action against OpenAI because that AI thing that they did, what was it? They gave GPT a voice or whatever, and it was so clearly Scarlett fucking Johansson. And this was after she'd had a conversation with them about, I think they actually spoke to her, like maybe wanting to use her voice, and she was like, "Nah, I'm good." Horsey. Man, I gotta give these serial killers some credit. Like, I don't have the energy for this. Right now, there's shite everywhere. That fucking crazy person. I hear you. Right. Nearly there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, let me jump down then. Ah. I've got to, like, put away the doofer. Now I've got to take the doofer back out again. Open bench. Hooray! Yep. Now use the collection tool. I'm running the phrase through some databases, but I can tell you for free, they're fucking mental. Riddle, dark path to righteousness is beyond which you see yourself to be. Oh, that's something to do with the mirror in the basement. Right, through to the kitchen. There was a mirror down here, wasn't there? Dooby-doo. Slow going. I wonder if something like a declaration of sources for an AI model would be interesting to have. Well, that is something that comes under the EU AI Act. That if you do train models, you have to declare the sources of where they come from. You don't have to fully disclose the training data, but you have to be able to acknowledge, like, where the what the data is. Search secret room for clues. Is that a clue? Is that a clue? Duct tape in the sink. That's not how you do it, but okay. Well, they look like clues, but I can't react to them. He's been taking photos of me again, the weirdo. See, is that a copy of my...
Image received.
It looks like it's about me.
It is. Did a quick scan. There's a few newspaper stories about your investigations.
He's obsessed with me.
Bureau newsletter articles on your career progress, promotions, postings, things like that. The last few pages are newspaper clippings about serial killers not being found. Some of these are circled in red, with a big exclamation point beside them. Looks kind of like our serial killer X has been following your life and career pretty closely.
Bum bum bum.
Why?
Maybe he likes a challenge. Maybe he's chosen you to go up against and he's trying to understand his enemy.
Maybe, but I don't know. Seems more to it than that.
Oh. Investigate noise upstairs. I have a full shotgun. I am not to be fucked with. Creepy basement, creepy basement. Deja vu, deja vu. Did someone come in and make a sandwich and just... Yeah, they did. They literally messed up the place. I want a sandwich. Rah. Didn't go for a shit.
God, please. I can't take this anymore. My ears. My hands.
Right, I can hear that quite clearly, but I can't... I'm assuming he's round the corner somewhere. Oh, you're fucking joking. Oh, an axe. Find an axe. Oh no, it was a sledgehammer I had, wasn't it? Oh, jeez. Where am I going to find an axe? Oh, hopefully one of these guys has an axe. Well, he's got a shovel, not quite the same thing. He's got a crowbar. That's good, that can get me into the safe. In the balls. In the balls. Ooh. This taser is sort of S tier at this point. Don't you dare find the weapons in the safe. Right, that's another sledgehammer. What I'm not seeing is a fire axe. I thought that was music kicking in there. No, it's just... It's just going to be one of these things. It's just going to keep spawning them until I find a fire axe. Because that would be annoying. Sledgehammer. He's got another shovel. God, I'm tripping over shovels and sledgehammers now, but no fire axes. Alright, grog. Shovel. What use are you to me? Stay down. I don't have a huge amount of space to move around in here. So... Or is it just going to be they're just going to keep throwing them at me, and then the last one that finally comes through the window has a fire axe. Just like that. Perfect. Face the railing at the end of the piano. You can tell that was something that was focus tested. Like, nobody's understanding how this bit works. Now push the piano off the landing. Right. I forgot my muscle density is apparently through the roof. So I can apparently just move a fucking piano. Alright. Still enough up there to fuck up someone's day a little bit. Oh, there we go. Baby's room. Goddamn birds. Right, come on, I've got to go to a meeting in 20 minutes. I would really like to get close to finishing. There we go. Oh, he's very dead. Me and my super fancy technology.
A positive match. This guy's Carl Anderson, the one the press calls the torturer.
Christ, it looks like serial killer X got to him, painted him up, tortured him, drove him to suicide, just like Anderson did to his victims.
Our man must be near. Be careful.
Your lab access is terminated as of now.
No!
Taxpayers wouldn't like you using resources when you're officially on suspension.
Farrell, listen to me. Talk to Rosa. We're this close to getting the guy.
I don't know what poor innocent schmuck you're chasing, but stop it now. Come into the Bureau. Give yourself up and we'll talk. There are things we need to discuss.
I can't do it, Farrell.
Then play it your way, but we'll find you. Count on it.
Come on, let me...
You're on your own, Thomas.
Walk an extra 6 feet in any direction. There we go.
Carl. Carl. Come on, Mr. Torturer. Don't you want to know what it feels like? We're not even half done. Carl. You know how this will end. I was put on this earth to bring you to justice.
Okay then.
Your fate is in my hands.
So I'm putting down all the perfectly capable weapons that we had and everything else.
You've given up.
Wait for it.
It's a shame.
Wait for it.
Well, perhaps you know what you have put others through. Although it makes you even more pathetic that you weren't brave enough to kill yourself. Now I'll have to do the job and make it look right. It's so sad.
Now.
You shouldn't have come here. Can't you see what I'm trying to do?
Chase him. Well, I have no stamina left.
Can't win this battle.
How am I supposed to catch him when, like, I have no stamina? Like, he's still recharging from the sprint I did earlier. Hang on, can I? Actually, why am I doing this? Because before this whole cutscene kicked off, no, where is it? Back in the room where he found me. Shit, where is that room? Is that? Ah, damn it! How have I lost the room? The room where we just started the fight in, I left a shotgun in it. There he goes. Hello. There we go. Did it. Oh! The old man! How dare you? He was in on it the whole time.
Leland,
Bum bum bum. Oh, it was his nephew.
I am here to help. You are not yourself. You are not in your right mind. Let me help you. I know of what I speak.
I think I'm gonna have to stop there because I have a meeting in 15 minutes. This is we're literally going to the final chapter of the game. And I think it's gonna be one of the lengthier ones. That's annoying. I was so close to finishing this.
We were good in the beginning.
If I'd actually was able to stream right up until 6 o'clock uninterrupted, I would have been able to do it. But I'm gonna call in like 15 minutes and I need to go and
Don't get it?
sort that out.
I've been using you, Ethan Thomas. I watched you, and followed you, and used you to find the serial killers you so desperately sought, and then killed them.
He's so clever.
I must admit, I was a bit dramatic. Killed them the same way they'd killed their own victims. A bit of fun, you know? I got good at it. Shame it ruined you at the Bureau. But some things are unavoidable. Of course, since you're no longer going to be any help, there's no reason to go on this way. Now, how would you prefer to die? I didn't like the torturer's methods much. Too risky. Perhaps a slit across the throat, like the roadside carver. Short and sweet. Or maybe the bone cutter. Neatly dissected the
Villain
body,
monologue, indeed.
removed the internal organs and labeled them for the police to find. Oh, yes, he was one of mine, too. We were so close to him, but I got there first. Perhaps it would be better if you lost a finger.
Ow.
Find and destroy it. It has caused all this madness. Go, kill it.
All right, let's just run. Let's just run. See what we can do. Try our luck. We might. Oh, this is gonna be so close.
You belong to us, Ethan. You
Don't have time for this. I got a meeting to go to. Yep. You've always belonged to us. Nyam, 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 nyam. Okay, environmental lighting tells me I should go that way. God, this guy has like no stamina. As soon as you make him run more than like a couple of inches. Back off. Running. Can't run anymore. Because I have no stamina. Is there somebody following me? No. Running to the light. Yeah, oh god. Yeah, I still have a long way to go according to this guide that I've just put up to check. Right, no, we will stop. We will save the checkpoint and we will come back. And I will probably have to do literally 1 hour of a stream over the weekend to finish this. So annoying. I actually brought the schedule, the stream forward. Originally I was going to start streaming at 3:30, but as soon as I saw that we were going to have this meeting at 5:30, I was like, I brought the schedule, the stream forward by half an hour to see whether that might be enough, but alas, no. That's so frustrating. But we're so close. We're so close. Indeed, it has particular. I was thinking earlier, like, there's a lot of Outlast in this, or at least I imagine Outlast is probably quite inspired by this. I've never really thought to look that up and inquire as to how much of an impact this game has had in order for it to or, you know, how much of an impact this game had on Outlast, as it were. All right. I am going to go and log off and get prepped for this meeting, because I should probably remember what we're going to talk about. Do some actual work. All right. I'll maybe be back on at the weekend as well, because critically I would like to get on with Aliens as well and try and wrap that up, because we're so close to this. Oh, it's so annoying. Anyway, right, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a great start to your weekend. I'll be back very soon And yeah, actually, I want to try and stream earlier, or stream over the weekend, and maybe earlier this week, because I'm going to be in France. I'm going to be in Paris for 2 nights as a result of this Ubisoft press trip. So yeah, right. Catch you all in a bit. Take care. Bye. Need coffee.